Hello, my name is Eric, I'm from PITCHEDsenses, and today we're gonna talk about how to prepare your track before you send it to a mastering studio. Well, the facts are that you need to have your track below 0 dB. In my case, I have now a remix for Donna. It's called Block by Block, and it's a dubstep remix, and I have to send this track to a studio. And well, let's take first a listen to it. And by the way, Block by Block is pretty known in the gaming scene for Minecraft because the track is about Minecraft. And well, in the gaming community, it's a, well, let's say known track. I have two drops or three, but the second is pretty the same than the first one. I have one drop here and one drop here, and it will be very important later for the next steps. So let's take first a listen. Okay, this is, let's say, the first drop, and here the next. Okay, stop. Well, why did I choose the drops? So if you have, as I said, a track that you send to a mastering studio, you need to be under the 0 dB. And why? Because they need some space to master it. Mastering is something completely different than producing a song. You need, well, you add equalizers, you add some stereo effects, you add compression and more stuff, so your track will sound completely clearer and will have the right volume at the end, and well, tons of stuff, and it's really complicated, and I'm pretty new at this and mastering, and well, it's very, very difficult. But in our case, there's a mastering studio that is doing the mastering stuff for us. We have to prepare this track, and as you can see here, I have a compression on my master track. And I'm doing, well, my way to produce tracks is I always take the sound goodizer with a very smooth compression, because during the production, well, I'm changing the volumes and, well, mixing the whole track. And when I take off now the compression, the track will sound completely different. So let's take before and after comparison. Get ready. Get ready. So you can hear that I completely mixed the track different in a compressed version. And so if you have done it the other way, so starting a song from scratch without compression, you will mix your track in a whole different way. And if you add compression later, it will sound completely different and maybe not right. So this way, if you first take some compression on it, it will be very close to the end product, means the master track. Of course different, but it will be very close, so you don't have to mix the whole arrangement different. And well, it's a very good thing. So now you can see during I'm playing my track, I have a dB meter, and it's very important that your fruity balance is in the first insert of your mixer. I will now take, as I said, I have to take out my compression. So I will deactivate my sound godizer. So my song and my voice right now will sound completely different, but this is not the point. This is not important. It has to be, it will sound like shit, like right here. It will sound dynamic and it will sound very different, but when the studio is mastering your track, it will sound completely different and better. So don't be afraid of this. So now this is very important that you have a Fruity dB meter that you can add here right now, choosing here the Fruity dB meter and the Fruity balance. I already have them in my mixer, so and make sure it's in your master track. And now when I'm playing my song, you will see how much dB your track will have. So let's do it. So you can see we are very loud. So I can change the volume if I just pull down the mixer from the master down. I will show you an example. You can see my dB meter is showing something completely different than my master mix. So conclusion, we can't change the dB by just pulling down the master. And to make your track more silent, and the easiest way is to use the Fruity balance. And it has to be in the first place. In this case, because this is deactivated, this is the first. But I can also pull it up, but it's not changing anything. I can just pull this down and this will pull down the volume of, and well, you can see that I can pull down the volume in the dB meter. So let's take an example. So our track now is not, too loud. And our goal is to reach around -1 to -2 dB. And when I have my mouse now over the dB meter, you can see here in the left corner above how much dB we have. So you have to choose the loudest part of your track to get the right volume, because if you have the loudest part at -1 or -2, the rest will be all right. So usually you can say the drops are the loudest parts in your tracks, and I have two different drops, and so I will just loop the loudest part, then I'm thinking it's the loudest part, and later the second part, and then just go through the track and check out if I'm not going over the -1 or -2 dB. So I will just do it now and just watch. Should be now right. And now we'll take the next drop. So now I'll just go through some parts and check out if this was really the loudest part. Okay, seems to be all right. So I will show you now the example. If I don't have the fruity balance on, I will copy this value. If the dB meter is now above or the balance is not in the first place, you can't change the volume. So you see now the dB meter is showing something different, and if I turn down this volume, it will change nothing. So it's very important to have the balance on the first place. And now we are ready for our release or for our upload to the mastering studio. So we now export our track to WAV. It's very important. And yes. So now I have WAV and select 24 for your depth. And well, that's it. And because you have now your track under 0 dB, your mastering studio, or for yourself, if you're mastering your tracks yourself, you will have more space to compress, to add some effects, equalize, and add the other stuff. So this is very important. And it's the only way I know how to do that. So I hope this tutorial helps you to prepare your tracks for mastering. And well, if you like it, hit the like and well, subscribe and check out my channel for more tutorials or more remixes and own tracks. Thank you. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Ciao.